story. And honestly, I haven't heard a lot of stories where it was a partial buyout, but the way you describe it, it's actually even better than just selling your company, right? So it's not exactly going after VC's money and then shooting for some kind of hyper growth just to make sure you grow the way that your investors want you to. But at the same time, you have, right, like you said, a cushion to fall onto. So, what are the disadvantages? Why aren't there more deals like that?
So what we learned also the hard way is that there still needs to be a lot of education to be done in the market, because when we speak to founders, especially of these like small like SaaS businesses that are like very profitable, somewhere in the high 6 to low 7-figure range in revenue, like everyone knows fundraising and everyone knows selling their business, but the sort of like space in the middle, these secondaries, like people are not super aware of. Right? And that's a bit different if you speak to, for example, founders of big VC-backed businesses, because secondaries are like fairly common, I'd say, in this point in like the Series B and onwards. While for the startup like startup space, like more SMB space, it's not very well known. So when we started out, we knew like a lot of investors were like comfortable with this, but then approaching a lot of founders, they were like, what are you talking about? And then we first had to explain it to them, and then they're like, okay, this actually makes so much sense. But of course, from that point onwards, where they understand what this actually is, then they need to consider, does this fit into their life plan and so on. So I think we were just like, that's sometimes the woes that comes with being the first. So you have to teach people what you're actually doing.